They're brand new from Hue. I would grab them because I'm pretty sure we're gonna start losing colors and sizes here pretty soon. All right, it's hot. It's hot everywhere. And I am not going to try to fake, like I know the technology inside this fan, that's what I brought Gemma Kent in for, but I will tell you this. Being able to have a fan from Dyson that I almost say that fan is not doing it justice. It is a air multiplier. It's bladeless, so it's gonna be really easy to kind of seamlessly go into any decor. And it has 10 airflow settings that are in there. So there's no more like low, medium, high, and you're like, I wish it was higher. I wish I could go in between these two. There it goes. We give you a remote. It looks phenomenal. You have the option of either in a black or in a white. There it is, see? And this is $100 off. I checked last night, Gemma Kent, 565 perfect 5-star reviews. So you know one or two people like this air multiplier.
It's got around.
It's all right. It's all right. Giving us the $100 off, the free shipping. You guys are landing on a 5 flex, and it's so timely.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. I'll say practically perfect to allow for you to make the decision. So what we want to explain to you when you're working with Dyson, I think, Tina, you said it beautifully, to call it a fan kind of doesn't accurately describe it. It is that air multiplication technology, but what is that? All you need to know is you switch it on and it's going to powerfully distribute that airflow to make sure that you're getting that cooling breeze within your home. Now, we all know those temperatures are starting to soar, especially here in Florida. I mean, I step outside for a moment and my hair looks like I put my finger in a plug socket. And I know the temperatures are going to catch up around the country. But what this will allow you to do, it's the Dyson AM07, that's the technical term. You switch it on, you select your favorite airflow setting because you have 10 individual airflow settings, and it's going to powerfully cool you down. Now, Dyson didn't stop there. That air multiplication technology, and I know we have an animation to help demonstrate it, it's going to draw the air in at the base. There's little inlets right at the base, 360 degrees. The airflow goes in, it gets sent to that mixed flow impeller. What that's going to do is speed up the airflow, increase the velocity, and then it's going to go up through to the loop. Now, why the loop is important is that it's designed in a certain way so that when it exits the aperture, which is a fancy word for gap, it's forcing the air in such a fashion, we're going to get that air multiplication technology. You know, the foil is like an aeroplane wing, so we're liking this technology to jet engines and turbochargers. You just don't have the sound, you just get the benefit, and the air is going to join it. So it's going to come through, obviously, it's going to come around, and it's going to come from within. And that's why you get that uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow.
Listen, Gemma's the brains. She comes in here and she tells you all the technology, jet engine, all that stuff, and I go, ooh, I'm cooled off. It's seamless, it's not choppy, it doesn't feel... Have you ever had something and it feels like aggressive air, right?
Yes.
I always told my husband, I was like, I don't really like forced air. I was like, why is this so, like, aggressive? I just wanted to feel like it's like the natural airflow that you like and you wish would be inside your home. But now you're in control of how much you're getting.
I'm giggling, Tina, because, you know, we're trying to be very, you know, prim and proper and say aggressive air.
Yeah.
Sir James Dyson, you know, the creator, he says, who wants to be slapped with air? That's what he says. You don't want to be slapped with air.
And not in a good way. I mean, we you just wanted to feel like it was like when you walk outside and it's the perfect breezy day.
At the beach. You know, we head to the beach because you have that constant uninterrupted stream of airflow. It feels cooler at the beach. And so what we're doing for you with the Dyson is we're going to give you that breeze, that constant airflow within your home, and it's done in the Dyson way. Because remember, only a Dyson works like a Dyson. You've got that remote control, which if you hadn't spotted, it sits right on the top of your machine. You've got all the features there right on the remote itself. It's curved so it fits beautifully in your hands. You've got the on and off switch. You've got oscillation, which again is just a fancy way for saying it switches side to side. And then you've got the larger and smaller circle, so to increase or decrease the airflow. And you've got a beautiful sleep setting. Now the sleep setting is wonderful. Tina, I go to bed one temperature. A few hours later, I'm another temperature. You can set this to switch itself off from 15 minutes to 9 hours. That's
so it'll know I'm about to have a hot flash. Like, listen, this hot flash is gonna hit me in about 15 minutes. If we could crank it up a little bit when I get a little, you know, a little sweaty, and then go back to our normal.
Right.
I'm getting into a part of my life where I tell my husband, my body temperature will not regulate. Like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm all over the place, I'm grumpy, I'm like, take the pajamas off, put it back on. I love that because you're right. Throughout the night, if you kind of want it to kind of do as you know your body will do, the black and the white, you cannot go wrong, right? They look beautiful, they're sleek, they're modern, crisp and white with the beautiful white option. But I will tell you, and you know, I've said this a million times, we're a Dyson family, right? All of our vacuums are Dyson, we are tried and true, our fans are Dyson. They last such a long time, and I'll tell you, I do not know the ins and the outs and the technical whatever. I just know they're great. I know they're great. Once you go with Dyson, you never want to go back. You let them be the genius behind it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this was so easy to kind of put into any room. And you know, what did I say? 565 perfect 5-star reviewers felt the same way. They were saying worth every penny. Right. Quiet, smooth airflow, moves a lot of air, does not take up a lot of space. Somebody said they got this as a Father's Day gift for their husband. That's lovely. You know, you were mentioning how you get your hot flushes, right? Yep. I feel like air is like an option. You know, airflow is an option as in our younger years, and as we get older, it becomes a necessity, right? Well, when we have necessities in life, we are, you know, we try and aim for the best, something that we can rely on, we have that trust. So you get a 2-year warranty. And I brought us over here because I just want us to compare to what we all know. You know, they all have their place. You know, we've all experienced them. The top-heavy fans, the ones that more, you know, perhaps blow dust around more so than air flow, and then you don't really have that control. Like you said earlier, it's not just low, medium, and high. You have 10 individual airflow settings. Now, when it only weighs around 6.3 pounds, this investment that you're making in for your comfort and, you know, your airflow, you can take it to the room that you're in, take it to your kitchen, take it to your living room, your bedroom, your study. I mean, our homes now, I've got so many friends that are homeschooling. Our homes are everything to us. So go ahead and be comfortable. The 10 individual airflow settings really give you that control. So whether you like to go to sleep with that lovely white noise, I suggest, you know, putting it on 5 or higher. If you just want that comfortable breeze. That's my husband. 1 through 4. The white noise, he needs
it's
a little
soothing.
bit of that. Yeah,
my daughter does too.
My 5-year-old as well. He must have picked that up from his daddy. But my husband also, he works from home, so he's home all day. And the office at our home, he always says, is the hottest room for some reason. He said, I can't figure out why that room always runs warmer, like, than the rest of the house. So he brings his Dyson fan in, and that's his way of cooling it down. But he also gets a little bit of that, you know. When we were talking about like the way fans back in the day, now that you think about it, now that, you know, we're grown up and we understand, it was like choppy air, right? And then you had to stand like right here in front of it to get any of that, you know, air. The sound, but this is one of those where it's actually like what we're calling it. Fan, that's fine, but I'm calling it like an air multiplier. We're actually making cooler air in the room, not just moving the hot air around. Absolutely, and they do it in the you know, the scientists and the engineers, they figure all this stuff out, and then I just have the privilege of speaking about it. You're going to take that air in at the base, they're going to increase the velocity, because you know, you really want to send it up through that loop, so that when it actually comes out to reach you, you're getting that uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow. Now, that airfoil, which is what you can see right there, is similar to an airplane wing. The technology is similar to turbochargers and jet engines. You just don't feel like you're sitting on a runway because you don't have the sound to support it. You're just getting the benefit of those engineers and scientists. That 2-year warranty should give you the peace of mind that what Tina and I are describing, that's how it should work. Remember, everything is easy. Dyson gets rid of the nonsense. Even, Tina, when it comes to cleaning it, you just take just a regular cloth, not damp, dry cloth, you just wipe it out. And you're not taking a Q-tip, you're not trying to get inside grates, but you know what? You're just wiping it out, because now you're not going to have dust all blown on you. Now it's just that uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow. Now, we do have an exciting little demonstration at the back. You know, this is quite fun. Let's see what this does. I know it's early in the morning, but we're going to bring the lights down here in the studio, because we want to demonstrate how the airflow works. So when we're talking about that projection capability, just watch. We're using fog to demonstrate the airflow. Look how far. And look how it's getting projected across.
And the reason I enjoy this is because I don't necessarily want to be, I have long hair, I don't want to be sitting next to the fan and having it blown in my face. I put it in the corner of my space, whether it's in the TV room, whether it's in our bedroom, it's across the room from me, but because of that handy dandy little remote, I can control all the features and feel the benefit without, you know, having to move from my favorite chair, or like you said, be right in front of it. You feel the benefit because you actually, you know, times the air up to 15 times the airflow, and you're getting that uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow.
But now imagine that on oscillation.
I know.
So now you're just getting that whole room.
What a breeze, you know?
Pun intended.
Pun intended.
I like that. And listen, you know, if you go read the reviews, people, when they say, you know, worth every penny, you know, I'm so glad I got this, and you're like, is it worth the amount? Let's find out. Let's find out. This is how you're gonna find out. I want you to put this on a flex pay. That's $54. By the way, yesterday this was on 4 flex. Today it's on 5, so it's even better to get this home today. So $54, and we will ship it to you for free. For 30 days, use it just as we're going into the hottest part of the summer, right? Get it home. Put it in the room. Maybe you start realizing you don't crank the AC up so much. Maybe you're like, the room I'm in is fine. I don't need to spend another $300-400 on AC because now I'm comfortable with my air multiplier. Whatever it is that it works for you, you know, hot flashes, when you work in the kitchen, you know, you have to keep cooking even though it's hot outside.
You do, yeah.
That now increases that. Bring this in there with you.
You know, I've got to be really honest. You know, I grew up in England and we did used to, you know, pop open the windows, but I moved to the States. No one really opens their windows without screens or so, you know, and especially you're not going to let that beautiful air conditioning just fly out of the window. So, yes, it's a cooling fan, that's what we call it, but I actually use mine 365 days a year. Because yes, it's going to multiply the airflow. So if we're multiplying the cool air in our home, well, what do we do in those winter months? We close all the doors and the windows and it gets stuffy. So you're bringing the breeze every single day of the year. Now, what I love about it as well, because it takes up such a small footprint, I like to just give you a real life example. It's about the size of a salad or dinner plate. And yet then if you know it can fit a salad or dinner plate in the space that you're already envisioning, you know that this will fit beautifully. And the other thing, I don't know who designs some houses, but those plug sockets are never in the convenient spot where you've got a 6.5 feet cord, so you can pop this where you want it and know that you have that beautiful cord to be able to reach that plug socket. 6.3 pounds, that's what we say it's approximately around. You can take it to the room that you're using. I have two small dogs, and they both weigh 18 pounds and 21 pounds. So just to give you a perspective, a gallon of milk is around 8 pounds, and this is even less than that, 6.3 pounds. So it's really easy to move it to the space that you're using. I have small dogs, I have small children. Hi Pippa, hi Quinn. They're very little, and I feel safe for their little fingers, little toes, not gonna get stuck in any of those choppy blades because we are Dyson patented technology with our bladeless fan and our air multiplication technology.
And Gemma and I did not on purpose wear the same color. And me and Lou were wearing the same color. It's definitely one of those, the whole time I'm looking at you, I go, me and her do look like we planned this out to look like this.
With our fans.
You were talking about using, you know, even during the winter, my husband will not sleep without his.
My husband's
will not.
Same.
Like, he would rather not sleep with me than
I get like a furnace. When I lie down horizontally, my poor husband, I'm like a constant hot water bottle. So he needs the, you know, the bladeless fan.
I have lava legs.
Lava
legs?
He
goes, why are your legs like lava? And I go, they feel fine. He was like, don't touch me with your lava legs.
Your lava legs.
He used to be the hot sleeper. That's why the fan used to be on his side. He needed the white noise. But then I turned 46, and now I need...
You're 46?
Yes.
You wouldn't believe it, would you? No.
How did you think
I'm not trusting this.
Yeah.
No.
Well, come talk to my hot flashes.
The hot flashes that we use in the fan for.
I was like, listen, I used to be fine to sleep at night. Now I'm not. But again, that would be all year round. That's not a summertime thing. No. And like you said, you turn the heater on and now it's stuffy in the house. And I'm not saying there are not fans out there that are less expensive. There are. Those are going to be ones that are going to be a repeat buy. You're gonna get it, it's gonna be loud, it's gonna be rickety, it's gonna be dusty, it's gonna be dirty. There's so many different things. Spend your money on something that's worthwhile. And it's not just me and Gemma just telling you all the things. Please go read the reviews.
I'm turning 40 this year, and it's taken me this long to really believe reliability is key.
Yeah,
because otherwise it feels like you're just throwing your investment away.
Yep.
And the reliability is so important, and I think that's where Dyson sets itself apart, is that they've built that trust. Remember, it's still a privately owned company, so all their research and development, there's a lot of investing going in there to make sure that we can solve problems other people ignore. And whether you've got lava legs or you lie down like a hot water bottle, or my friend, she says, Gemma, I'm going through perimenopause.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is in your stage of life, you want that comfortability, but you want to know that your investment is going into something that you can rely on.
Yeah.
Because I think reliability now is really very important to me. I don't want to keep buying the same thing over and over again. No, what a waste of money.
And listen, this is why everything, fans or vacuums or whatever, we buy Dyson, because we try something different. It's never as powerful, it's never as well made, and then we always end up back, and I'm like, I don't know why.